Welcome, everyone, to Know Before You Go. I'm your host, Jaymie Scotto Cutaia, CEO and founder of JSA. What is Know Before You Go? It is your show that covers everything you need to know as you're getting ready for that next big conference. We're talking insider speaking points and all the way to logistics. So make sure you listen up as we get ready for our next big industry event. And on today's radar, we are spotlighting Platform Global 2025, taking place really soon, September 7th through the 9th at the Palais des Congrès d'Antibes in Antibes, France. So, yes, a fabulous location once again. And by the way, go ahead over my shoulder. There is a registration link, a QR code. So is it that way? Yeah. And go ahead and click on it, and you'll get a discount code JSA10 that you can add right into that link. All right, guys, let's bring in the big guns. I am joined today by Nicola Hayes. She's the Chief Marketing Officer of Platform Markets Group, the company that is responsible for our amazing show today. So come on in, Nicola, and share with us some tips on how attendees can make the most of Platform Global 2025. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, JSA. And of course, Jaymie, it's an absolute pleasure to be here as always. Thank you for hosting me on the show.
Oh, thank you. And I should say to everyone, also, you are such a dear friend. And we've been together in this industry for so many years. And it's such an honor to have you back onto JSA TV. And I remember 4 years ago, you coming to JSA and telling us about this incredible idea of Platform Global, which we were so excited to support even at the launch, at the get-go. And you being a key figure, one of the top folks launching this event 4 years ago now. What was your core vision that really inspired you to create this executive-focused event? And what was the main gap you saw in the industry that needed to be filled?
Do you know, as you know, I've been doing this stuff for quite some time now. I mean, we're talking in decades rather than years, though it only feels like 2 minutes ago, and have been involved, as have the whole platform team, in some of the most successful events across the globe and certainly in Europe. At the time when we founded, I mean, bearing in mind, this was during COVID. So we were all sat in our own little rooms, not got much to do. And we started talking to some of our clients, what are you missing at the moment? And when I wrote the first ever program for the first ever conference on data centers back in 2000, no events whatsoever. And obviously the calendar now, very, very crowded globally, lots of amazing events out there. And it was trying to find that gap where we could actually add something new, because you don't want to recreate the wheel every single time. You don't want to, your clients, they need to have something different. And the one thing that we realized is that we'd moved away from the content aspect. There are some amazing large scale events, both in the States, across Europe, in Asia Pacific, where thousands of people converge and you get to see so many people in these great exhibitions, and you can find what kit you need for your next big project. But the problem with holding those big events, and again, the whole team have done that from the platform side, is that you don't always then have the focus on the content. You move away and you move into several streams because you've got to accommodate 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. So we realized that actually where we could fill a gap was to focus, first of all, on the content again. High level content aimed at the C-level, the investors, the lawyers, the consultants in our sector, giving back almost consultancy in a room. So instead of reading a report, you're listening to it in the room. And that was our starting point. And from that starting point came great things. And as you just mentioned, 4 years ago, I mean, I can't believe it's been 4 years, but we went to our key contacts, JSA being one of them, saying, right, what do you think of this idea? What do you think we can do here? And we were utterly delighted to have 200 attendees. And amazing, I think we had over 80 speakers that year, and lots of partners involved, which, supported us so fantastically and gave us the springboard we needed. Last year we sold out at 600, which shows that our vision, our wanting to fill that content gap has worked. We're delighted. We don't want to replicate. It's very tempting to start going bigger and bigger. And we've actually pulled ourselves back and said, actually, the feedback we get about our event, our selling point is that it is large enough for people to be able to meet the people they want to meet, small enough for people to be able to have those quality conversations, make the infrastructure deals, and learn from each other as well. And that is something that we are very, very, very adamant that we're not going to change. It is going to stay at that mid-level event with quality content, one stream of content for 700 professionals from across the investors. We know from talking to our clients that at least 3 to 4 significant infrastructure deals were actually signed at the event last year. So that is testament to the fact that that idea, that content side of things is where we should stay.
Yeah, absolutely. You're so known for being that intimate, exclusive experience. And what is it about the event's format and its unique location in south of France that allows for a different kind of conversation and relationship building to take place among attendees?
Wrong in the south of France, can you? You can see everybody's eyes light up. The minute you think of the south of France, you think of the 1960s. You
I
think
do.
of little Mercedes cars, fabulous haircuts, beautiful women in beautiful dresses. And actually, when it comes to the south of France, Antibes is it's my favorite part of the south of France because it still has that vibe. It still
Mm,
has that 1960s classy, but chilled and relaxed. And actually, that is very on brand for what we're trying to create in our event. So location itself has impacted on the event and vice versa in terms of that overall look and feel of the event itself. So, in terms of the location, great weather, great wine, lovely setting, very relaxed. What's not to love? In terms of our event itself, I always get this wrong. My French is appalling. I wish I paid more attention. The Palais du Congrès is a beautiful venue. It allows us to have all of our networking in one place. And again, because of the size of the event, it enables us to facilitate that networking. So people don't have to go off site. They don't need to go off to other restaurants, other bars for lunch or to go and have coffees with people. It's all there on site. A seated networking, beautiful French lunch. Again, the food, I get very excited about food. In fact, I'm thinking about it now, wishing I was in the south of France. The food, we have the seated, we have the icebreaker reception the night before so that people can actually get to know each other. And we've both been there when you've been at an event on your own and you don't know people. And yes, this party's going on, but actually having everything there that's facilitated for you just makes it a little bit easier to go in, break the ice, chat to people, speak to people. And we replicate that across the 3 days and not in too much of a formal manner.
right.
Although our event attracts very senior level professionals, it's still a relaxed environment. So it's a barbecue lunch on the second day. We have champagne interludes at key points on the program. We're in France, that's sort of a must. And of course, our awards ceremony, which is on the 8th as well. Last year it was on the beach. This year we were too big to go onto the beach. So again, we're in a really nice, relaxed, informal setting. So I think it's that mixture of the chilled out vibe of Antibes filtering into the chilled out vibe of our event, but with very grown up people.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, this event in fabulous south of France in September, perfect time to go, in my opinion. You guys bring together leaders of our industry to discuss key trends. So, what are some of the most important themes you're seeing on the agenda this year? And what is the one great idea that you want attendees to walk away and think about long after the conference is over?
Do you know, it's been an interesting 4 years. I mean, the things that are on our program this year, we weren't even talking about when we founded this event 4 years ago. It has been such a roller coaster, from AI just being a little thing in the background to suddenly taking over everything. We've got the usual, we have certain key themes that we have on there every year. So our keynote session on data center winners and losers, what's been going on, what's going to be going on, and of course, the planning and regulation and energy. But what we've seen this year is the rise of a couple of things that maybe investors and operators haven't really had on their radar up until now. So things like, and phrases that I think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to find out more about these and how they impact on our business. Quantum computing.
Mm.
You know, from something that was pie in the sky a few years ago to a very, very real area that has massive implications, not only for the operators in our industry, but also for the investment community. It's got strategic implications and financial investment implications, because the investors and the operators need to future in the infrastructure that they're going forward to do. Which sounds ridiculous, because trying to future-proof anything in our fast-moving industry is, none of us has a crystal ball, but at least keeping up to date with the trends gives you a little bit of an edge. But I'll come on to edge in a bit. That's another topic on there. Little weird data center joke in there. You know, the whole thing of quantum computing could redefine our entire industry. It leads back to things like a resurgence of the idea of edge computing, the new edge. I love it when we come up with different phrases in our industry to describe things that have been going on for a long time. From that idea of centralized infrastructure back to decentralized infrastructure nearer to the end user, which sounds simple, but that has a knock-on impact for data sovereignty issues, for geopolitical risk issues, because the minute you start moving away from these huge hyperscale where you're safe because you understand the environment, and start moving into more localized regions, the planning, the regulation, the energy, the risk factors, all of those by huge amounts. And if you're not aware of all of those and what's driving it, then that means that any investments that you're making, any building that you're doing, any legal implications that you're advising on are not really on solid foundation. So I think the idea of quantum computing, which leads then onto things like this thing called the new edge, and then the rise of neoclouds. I saw this phrase and it was neoclouds, and all I could think of was the 80s and raving and bright orange and bright pink thing. It was like neon. No. Apparently that's not what it is. It's another area that, together with the whole AI piece, is going to completely and utterly redefine how we work across our entire industry. It's about AI optimized cloud environments that move away from that traditional public, private, hybrid, you know, all those terms that we're used to see. I mean, gosh, do you remember when cloud was a new word, when nobody understood what cloud was?
Right.
You know, but for operators and investors, I was going to say inventors, probably inventors as well, it's about understanding how those new business models work. Because again, that defines how the infrastructure is designed, how it's developed, how it's powered, and how the investors make their investments. So lots of really, really exciting things on the program, but all with that strategic focus. It's all about making sure that our attendees go away feeling prepared for the coming 12, 18 months, 2 years, 5 years, in terms of what they're doing within their own businesses. And if people go away feeling more confident about that, then we're happy.
You guys are doing such an incredible job. I mean, in just that paragraph that you provided for us, you captured the true themes that are impacting our data center environments today and tomorrow. And also with your wonderful way of marrying the investors with the operators in a single room, this is critical to align ourselves, truly talk about the issues at hand and coming, and get us on the same page. So what you guys are doing is so critical for our industry and our growth as an industry. So thank you. And I've got just one more quick question for you. For an executive that is attending this fabulous Platform Global, which again I've been and I highly, highly recommend, what
And
is? Oh, say.
I wish you were coming this year, Jaymie.
Oh, I gotta come. And what is, though, as I get prepared for Platform Global, what is your best piece of advice for us that you might have to ensure that we're making the most of our time and that we leave the event truly with a valuable experience? Like what can we do now to be ready for this great experience?
I talk to people. You know, if you're attending, from the minute you get there, go to all of the different networking events, from the icebreaker reception the day before the conference through to, we've got a run on one morning for anyone that's involved in running. It's not my thing. I'll stick with my yoga, thank you very much. But take advantage of all of those opportunities that we curate to ensure that people are having those conversations. And we've spoken a lot this year in our marketing about conversations, because it's not just about what you're listening to on the stage. It's about the whirring in your brain after those sessions and the conversations you have afterwards, over your coffee, over your champagne, in the breakout rooms. It's about having those conversations with all of the other players within the industry, because we all come at it from different angles. And we both come from telecoms backgrounds, both of us here. We know that we've been siloed a long time. It was telecoms and then general infrastructure and data centers. And we tend to stay in those neat little boxes. And even now within data centers, we stay in an investor box or an operator box or a lawyer box. And actually, the only way we can make all this happen, the only way we can improve things, the only way we can meet sustainability goals, the only way we can prepare for the next wave of AI infrastructure is by having those conversations. So it's about, and then talking.
Yeah. And this comes at such a critical time. I really do feel like we're at a crossroads right now where we can build it because there's a need and AI is driving this, and let's just go run and build it and make some money. Or we can do it in a collaborative, meaningful way, thinking sustainability top of mind, adding all the lessons that we've learned together as a family, as an industry, and putting it together and moving down the right path. And is places such as Platform Global where you can truly connect with not just the right themes, but the right people to collaborate, partner together, because we can't do this in silos. So thank you for not just recognizing it, but giving us a home so we can all gather and make our industry even better. All right, so is there an app? Like, what is the best way for me as an attendee to keep up to date as we get ready to arrive?
In the run-up, follow our Platform Markets Group LinkedIn page. Send your details so that you receive email updates from a week prior to the event. If you're registered, we have an app. That's your place for contacting all our other delegates, arranging meetings before we go, finding out who else is going to be there, and then finding out what's going on during the day. So in the run-up to it, email, LinkedIn, keep an eye on your socials. And whilst at the event and in the run-up to the event, it's the app. That is your place to find everyone you want to talk to.
I love it, love it, love it. Do your homework, guys, because this is a room that, like, you don't want to just, think you're going to walk through and you might miss it. You might miss it. So know the agenda, know the attendees, plan those meetings. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Nicola, for joining us, especially during such a crazy busy time of your year. It was so wonderful to catch up with you, my friend. As always, a fountain of information.
It's been a delight to see you, as always. And I just want to say a huge thanks to JSA for all of your support over the years, not just at Platform, but in previous roles as well. And also to all of the people that have supported us over the last couple of years, and believed in our vision as well. We're so grateful.
So grateful. Yeah, and our industry. I just always feel like they're holding us up. And Nicola, you've always been part of that for JSA too. So thank you. And guys,
Thank you. Big hugs.
Night over my girlfriend Nicola. But make sure hashtag Platform Global, and you can see it along the bottom of our ticker here, because you definitely want to go and make sure you know what the social conversation is all about. Get all the details. Make sure you're ready, because Platform Global's 2025, absolutely not to be missed at all. And did I mention we've got a discount? We know folks, and her being right here. So go ahead and scan that QR code and get JSA10 is that discount code. Plug it in and get our exclusive discount and save on registration. So join us in the fabulous South of France. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth your time. And thank you again, everyone. Nicola, your team, amazing what you do for our industry. Chef's kiss. Thanks everyone for joining us, for viewers, for tuning in. I'm Jaymie Scotto Cutaia of JSA. Follow us, JSA, on LinkedIn, or check us out on jsa.net. As always, happy networking, and see you in Antibes, my darlings. Ciao.